Oh, yeah. And so, you know, I want to make goat soap. That's the best soap I have is like goat soap. It's like the best. I want to take my farm fresh free range chicken eggs, and I want to sell them there to the local markets, and you know, I want to power my vehicle with plant fuels I grew myself.
Hydrogen technology, which is out there, people. You just got to look. They keep suppressing it, but if you look through, it's an energy group that's on YouTube, and I would have their name. I apologize.
Well, I gotta say hydrogen. I've done some hydrogen with my truck, but even better is alcoholcanbeafuel.com. That's what the old farmers used to do. Mr. Diesel made the diesel engine to be run off of farm scraps. And
we might use cattle or our own blood and sweat to actually work our own land, right?
Yeah, and Henry Ford, when I always get this one confused, Model T or Model A, which one ever came out the first? Probably Model A. It came out, it had a switch on the dash. It was the timing, like your distributor basically was on the dash. If you were in the country, you used the farmer's fuel that he made, or you made. And if you went into the city, you used the Rockefeller gas, because you needed to retard or advance the timing, which was Standard Oil. But everyone did that. And you can grow your own fuel. And it was alcoholcanbeafuel.com, and you can start a co-op where you say, okay, guys, you're going to get the tax credit that the oil company would get, but I'm going to keep the fuel at $1.50, let's say, $1.75. And that's running around where you can make it affordably and make a slight profit in order to keep your equipment up. And then the community says, okay, we're going to buy for you, and you give them punch cards. And some of them pay up front, the ones that can. But you get, instead of I'm here in Memphis, my road got canceled, pick up Monday at 3:13 for diesel, and I'm selling this beautiful plant fuel that your motor runs 3 times as long because the plant fuels are slick. They clean out your motor. They don't have the carbon deposits that the crude oil fuel has. And yeah, and you get the free. You're employing the farmer.
So it's not only that, it's a simple reason. Okay, cars these days, and no matter what people believe, we keep seeing that they keep slightly increasing the miles per gallon of availability of each vehicle. Do you know what they were actually back then? It's pretty amazing. I mean, think about your lawnmower, people, for real, okay? It's a simple combustion engine, okay? And it doesn't really take much just with the gas oil mixture. Well, for the old ones. We're not saying the new ones that just take gas and oil separately. I'm talking about the old ones. And I know you do have to push it, but the engine itself can keep going, and it actually stays very clean. You don't have to take it apart and get engine cleaner to run through it, nothing like that. And they'll go forever. Like 1 gallon of gas can last you a year. You know, it's amazing. But people don't seem to realize, they automatically think that, oh, look, here, gas mileage got increased in these new release of vehicles. That makes it better. But you know, with all these computer systems and everything else in the vehicle itself, they're made to basically break down because of the simple reason that there was a formula put together that says that society is advancing and computer technology will advance in, say, a certain amount of time. So that formula was instituted by someone who was wanting to create computers and stuff that could be upgraded. But the government came and said that, no, okay, since this has this, let's make these parts run out right here so that it runs out before the advance, so that we have to completely replace everything. And it's the same with the cars now. Everything has to be run through a diagnostic system and the computer chips in it. And it used to be that we could actually go and get the parts or even create them ourselves because they were simple and you didn't need a computer to do it. And say there's a big EMP, what do you think's going to go out first? The computers get destroyed, so it's kind of crazy what's happening now. And I don't know if my system just went out. Can anybody hear me? All right. Yeah, I'm having issues again. Hopefully Uncle Buck's still there. And Uncle Buck, you still there? Maybe not. I'm hoping it's not just my system again.
Can you hear me?
I can. Cool.
Okay.
Well,
I was going to say, Nick, the big thing now in the truck stops is big bottles of urea. And You got to put them in your new 2007 on up motors, and it's another product you got to buy to mix with the fuel for quote unquote, a cleaner environment, and it's bull crap. It's urea, and so not only is the diesel $3.13 a gallon in the cheaper states, now you got to buy so much urea, like a couple gallons every time you fuel up. And I'm like, my motor on my truck's an '01. And I don't have to add that stuff. And those trucks get worse fuel mileage because what happens is the carbon from the exhaust mixes back in with the oil and makes all kinds of it's like sandpaper in your motor. So the motors that used to last, no problem, 1,500,000, even up to 2.5 if you drove them right. Now they're lasting 500,000 miles. They're needing an in-frame, which means to be rebuilt. And so is that saving money? Is that better? No, it's not. And it's not that we're complaining. It's I was sitting watching a Ford commercial, and it has this new Ford car, and it's like, your local gas station, you press the panel, the cheapest place to go is, and I go, dude, you can't fix that crap whatsoever. Just what you were saying. And it's about controlling the movement, you're interdependent on, like a software system for Detroit Diesel. In order to get all the downloads and to plug in your truck, it's like $20,000 for the software system to plug into your ECM, they call it. $20,000 for a software system? Come on, guys. So, all of this gets back to control of food, control of the movement of food, and the food itself. So, it'll be interesting if the Senate Bill 510 passes. I watched a video of Morning Mayan, and she has all her grow lamps and everything. She's just growing vegetables.
Yeah, in her own apartment. Dude, I know. I think it's great, although I put most of mine outside until the weather gets better, the wind, and then I'll bring them inside.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I keep them outside. And the thing about growing inside, okay, everybody's like, you got to do a certain season. That's not true. Because when you grow inside, they grow year-round. And that's what I do as well. A lot of my seasonings, because, I'm a big fan of hot sauce. I have a big bowl in front of me, sorry. I make it totally fresh myself. Everything in there, I steam the vegetables and the peppers and the garlic and everything. And then just basically mix it all together. And, man, nobody can eat my hot sauce. I like things really nice and spicy. I grow peppers, I grow cilantro, basil. I add basil to everything, I really do. What else do I have in there? All the peppers and, that's my big thing, and tomatoes. Right now I'm just starting fresh because, it takes practice. Everybody thinks that they can just automatically run and you put a seed in the ground, it's going to grow. First, the right soil, everything. And there's things, believe it or not, people, marijuana, okay, whatever you want to call it, whatever the proper word is, hemp, whatever, right, between crops, it actually refertilizes the ground. And not only that, but it grows so quickly, say you've got about 3 months or so, and then it totally, it re-enriches the soil so that you can go from crop to crop without totally depleting the soil that's around you, which is what used to be the big issue with a lot of farmers. And now the majority of farms just grow corn, hence the high fructose corn syrup and everything else that gets thrown into everybody else's food as a, major issue, the process of it. But we actually our natural foods that used to be grown here. What is wrong with that?
Hello.
It's insane.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay. I thought I may have lost you. Quiet Bear, he was talking about, he used to drive truck, and he used to go out into the San Joaquin Valley or whatever and pump, CO2 or something into nitrogen or whatever it was into the ground so the farm fields could get replenished from the big corporate farms. Guys, we don't need to feed the world. We need to feed the community.
Yes.
Yeah, and everyone on planet Earth pretty much can do it, but we don't need to feed the world. We need to feed the community, and that community, like you said, is beautiful. That community feeds that community. And we can trade in between. And sure, there needs to be standards of cleanliness, which already are.
But why does for it yourself? Take responsibility for what you do and what you're going to eat, and actually look into it. Maybe talk. Maybe ask the person that grew it how they did it. You know?
Yeah, and if you get it, you're going to wash it off. You know, say, oh, Jose, did you grow this with your poop? And if you did, Jose, tell me, because I'm going to wash it anyways. But, okay, you didn't. All right, well, thank you, you know.
Go to the farmer's market, a local farmer's market. Yes, look, I live in Dallas. You can actually go to downtown Dallas. There is a large farmer's market. They even have, like, different, I guess, tents or whatever. They're, I forget what they're really called. They're basically open walls. But, they have, like, a local area. You can go to, like, which is all local. You can go to another building that's all U.S., and then you can go to another one that's organic. So you can actually go in, and then you actually talk to the people that arrive there because they sell daily. You know?
Oh, yummy.
Speak to them.
Like,
yeah. So I never leave there, like, less than, like, at least $40, but I end up with, like, about 10 pounds in bags that I'm walking away with, you know?
Yeah, and it's fresh, man, and it's like, you know, oh, God, I love garlic, and I was talking to folks to do the crushed garlic oil. You spray the oil on your food. Oh, my gosh. And it's, like, so beautiful, and you feel that energy when you're there, and little kids are running around, and they got, you know, strawberries from ear to ear without, you know, nerve toxins, you know.
You know else to me this, like, my son, like, I found out, I've been studying a lot of this right before he was born, and it was about a year after he was born that he hasn't had any, he's had absolutely no vaccine since then, since, you know, I've been studying, finding out all the things, which ever since I stopped taking him to the doctor, he's not been sick. It's like the doctor on a regular basis, you know, the schedule they give you, that he was actually getting sick regularly, but now, not at all. I fix all our food here. Nothing in my kitchen now has processed corn syrup down to the ketchup and the bread, which took a lot of a challenge, and it is a life change. But once you see that, how can you ignore it?
Well, how about, like you just said, bread, fresh-made bread, the smell of fresh, and then a little fresh-made butter with some honey that you got from your, oh, my God, oh, yeah, yeah, buddy.
It's like we can have some stuff, actually use sugar, don't use manufactured synthetic thing, because that's what makes you sick. Don't look for sucrose, look for sugar.
Yeah, oh, hey.
Or fructose. Look for fructose.
Another brother Mark did a video this morning. You can YouTube him. Another brother Mark, he's out of Scotland, and he had a video up where this lady she was trying to kill ants, and she put some honey down, and then she put some like Splenda, sucrose, aspartame, and the bigger ants cover up the aspartame so the young ants won't go and get it. They covered up with sticks, and they knew it was poison. Another brother Mark, YouTube him, and they go to the honey and they're getting the honey, but they covered up the frickin' Splenda so the young ants.
No,
dude, even the ants know it's poison.
Yeah, my son does the same thing. It's funny, okay? Like, you wouldn't think so, but he likes natural fruit juices. He doesn't deal with commercials because we don't have any TV plugged into or any programming coming through. It's all, I download everything online so that he doesn't understand commercials, nothing else. So, like, seriously, when we buy or we go to somebody else's house and they give him something that's like store-bought, or he'll take one bite and he wants nothing to do with it. He naturally just feels that it doesn't taste good or whatever. He pushes it away.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you wouldn't think that. And it's been like a nice learning experience for me to see him do it.
Yeah.
For the reason that, like commercials, he goes to somebody else's house and you know, they put on TV and he's like, what is this? He's like, he gets frustrated. Where's the show? Where is what I was watching? Instead of like the other kids, hey mom, I want that. Look at that, mom. Look, you know? And it's like, it doesn't take much. It really doesn't. And it really changes your whole... He never stops running. We go outside, all the kids, I love it.
See? Yeah, and he doesn't need Ritalin. He doesn't need Ritalin. That's what little boys, little girls are supposed to have lots of energy.
Yeah. But he's 4 years old. He's already writing most of his letters. He can recognize almost all of them. He can count to 20, and he's known his alphabet since he was 2, by the way.
Awesome. And you taught him.
Right, he does
Mom.